Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgment. Sorry that took long. We're late, and apologies to everyone that is here. Apologies to everyone that was waiting. Apologies to the guys that were waiting in the background as well. Mac, Flawless, Winter Surfer, Martin, of course. Big up everybody that joined us from the Football Terrace. Hit that like button, people, if you're watching us now. Guys, let's get to 200 likes live right now. And if you're watching us on the replay, hit that like button. Today, right now, hit that like button. Talking points. Artin, did you get a haircut?
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Do you like it?
The first time I see you without the man bun or whatever.
Yeah, it's a pretty big moment.
It's a big moment.
There's nothing wrong with a man bun.
It's a big moment. Martin got a haircut. If everyone is noticing the haircut. Right
good,
now,
right?
everyone is noticing that Martin is becoming a
years?
YouTube famous now. People
How many
are
years,
noticing your
Martin?
haircuts.
I was the man bun guy. You can be that guy now, Mac. It's your turn.
How many years did you grow it?
It was only like pretty much COVID after that.
Okay.
I mean, I've been a long hair surfy guy my whole life, but man buns were like a Canadian thing.
Sorry, Mo. We're talking about
It's all right, it's all right. What are we talking about today? Do Chelsea worry Liverpool now? Are Liverpool worried about Chelsea in the title race?
Yeah.
Are the cups now enough for Arsenal? They play Crystal Palace in a bit. Are they enough? I know Martin's opinion, but I want to hear people's opinions in the chat. Are the cups enough for Arsenal? That is very, very important, because I've had a talk with Lee the other day, and Lee thinks that the cups are good enough. And also Igal tweeted that the Carabao Cup is the start of a trophy cabinet or whatever thing that he's saying.
You got to fill it somehow.
But also I wanted to, I'm so glad that we have Flawless, who finally agreed to join us.
You're the only one that's saying that.
I'm busy. I don't have time for you, Mo, and all this stuff. He's just very famous man. Flawless out there, we know. He's a very famous man.
That's because I don't want to see Surfer. That's why I say no. Because Surfer might join. I ain't trying to see Surfer, to be honest.
Is Amorim gonna chase Pep Guardiola away from the Premier League? Amorim is ruthless enough. Is he ruthless? A lot of people, I don't know. By the way, I promise you, I have no idea about Flawless' opinion about the Rashford situation. Is he treated fairly? Is he not treated fairly? All this stuff. I just had a talk on the Football Terrace about the revisionism. But there is something that I asked on the Football Terrace, and I wanted to talk to the panel because we have Martin from the Mancunian way. But before we go on and do this and ask about should Haaland leave City, because believe it or not, I opened like yesterday evening, Google, and I type Manchester City, and I go to Google News, and I sort articles by the most trending and the latest. And you know, the first article was Erling Haaland wants to leave Manchester City to go to Barcelona because he's not happy with Pep. Just Google it. If you don't believe me, Google it.
I believe you. I believe you. I don't even lie about that. I believe you.
Google it. And it's crazy how. So the question is, should Haaland leave, man? Is it better for him to go away from City now? He achieved everything and go to Barcelona maybe to do some different style of play, get more goals? Because you cannot go every game and have Haaland 6 touches or 6 passes in a game. Is that on him? Is that on Pep? Who's at fault? Because the question was asked. Who's at fault? Is it on the players? Is it on Pep? We cannot have 11 players, 9 of them performing bad. Who's at fault?
How many times has Lewandowski touched the ball?
A lot. I can go and check.
What I would say is, in that league, Haaland is well.
Before 500 people here. Hit that like button.
Robbing the people. Get the clickbait while Mo gets his views up. Let's get going. Oh, absolutely.
I don't think Barca can sign players. Like,
can I just plug all the people's channels first?
Hey, Martin, I've heard that about Barcelona for years, but yet they still sign players.
It's the same way when they say
it's
the same way when they say United have only got 50 million each summer to spend, and then they'll spend like 180 or something like that.
Yeah,
same story. Yeah. And this is much better. Mo's holding us back. Mo's holding us back.
Well, no, I actually agree with you. I think Mo is holding us back.
Yeah, I think Mo's the
Mo's sat here with his agendas. Let's go.
Hey, Martin, man, you
let's all be really nice to each other.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to have you all here finally. What are we on now? Like
You guys are
29,000
great, man. You
subscribers?
guys are
He's
great.
gone. He's gone.
Yeah, 29K, and he left us to it. He's like, I'm too famous to do this.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
yeah.
you peasants. That's what he said to us all.
He
Ridiculous.
bottled his own stream.
Unless I get
who
1,000
bottled his
Okay,
own
people,
stream?
now this is the Mo show again. This is fun. This is fun, guys. People say Mo don't come
Come
back.
on. What else have we got?
Listen,
else
I
is
love
leading?
this. You know
Well,
what?
we
You know
all
what?
arranged
Wallahi,
to go
wallahi,
for
wallahi.
lunch.
Well,
We all
wallahi,
went
let me
for
be
lunch,
serious.
we're
I
friends.
love this. Mo has an Arsenal agenda. Mo has a City agenda. Mo fucking hates Chelsea, right? Mo hates Arteta and Arsenal. And Mo, the biggest Man United hater. I love it. I'm doing something right and I know it.
Which
So,
club's missing?
I'm
from
neutral and I am fair. There's only one club now that they want to claim me as a fan. We all know who, which is Chelsea. But in the same time, Liverpool fans say Mo is a Liverpool fan because I like
Because of
Mohamed
Mo.
Salah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, actually. It's crazy. But people, let's start the conversation for real. But before we go on, the Mancunian way in the description, go and support them on the way to 10K. Sarcasm City TV, flawless, live every day, once, twice, sometimes 3 times. Doing fantastic and an amazing work. Has great series about people and giving us platform, all of us, to talk on his channel. Sarcasm City TV on the way to 20K. And Kmack TV as well. Kmack channel did a show yesterday. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Call-in show was fantastic. Talk with all the people and everyone from the Liverpool community. And Winter Surfer and Martin, you'll see them exclusively on here. Don Osam on Flawless channel as well. So go and support them, everyone, guys. Martin, Mac, and Flawless. Go support them. And let's start the conversation. But first, guys, we cannot have over 550 people here, and we're not even on 100 likes. So hit that like button, as Luke says, and get involved. I want to know your opinion. I'm not putting goals. I'm not doing anything. Just let me know your thing. Why should Erling Haaland leave Man City, and why should he stay?
Suppose you go to the City fan on that first.
Because the Man City fan will say he should stay. He has the best striker on the planet now. So he's going to say he should stay. So someone else take that question.
He can come to Arsenal in January.
Does he know something that we don't? Has he got a clause in his contract if they get relegated?
No, I don't think it's about being relegated at all. I think it's about, let me give you now, let's be objective now. And I want people to open their minds to what I'm about to say. You guys think Erling Haaland, Erling Haaland still scored a lot of goals, but you guys think his agent and his dad and all the people around him are not looking at the media. And now, when people yesterday or the day of Man United started saying maybe Roy Keane was right, when people ridiculed Roy Keane when he said he's a League 2 striker if he's not getting service, people ridiculed, and I did. I was one of them. I said, this guy's one of the best finishers I've seen. But now, he's not getting service. The team is not playing well. Is it on the manager of Pep Guardiola or on the players? Someone has to be at fault for this man looking down all the time. And it's not on him because he needs to get service because he scores most of his chances. Now, number one, he gets one chance. He misses, gets slaughtered in the media the next day. Oh my God, Erling Haaland lost his chance and had only 6 passes, 5 passes, 8 touches, whatever. And now someone has to be all the blame. And now this guy, and I'm telling you, if this continues, and this is not me like having an agenda or anything, and I'm not a striker that doesn't score goals and only have 6 touches and not involved, his stock is going down. So if Real Madrid or Barcelona are going to offer the guy like that much money or anything, or the fees are going to be that high, they're going to look at him as like, maybe you're not the guy. You score a lot of goals, but you're not getting service. You're not contributing to the team. And I see that. Because if you ask me last year, Haaland's the best striker in the world. If you ask me this season, no, he's not. How is someone not getting service, not getting involved? Why is his teammates completely ignoring him on the pitch? Someone has to take the blame for it. Anyone can take this is an open floor. I'm not going to stick the fixes like.
I rate Haaland, by the way, chat. So I don't think that
I do as well.
I say Haaland
I
shit,
do.
He's not.
No one.
I
said
wanted
he's
Jurgen Klopp to sign him when he was at Salzburg.
Well, that is both, though. To answer your question, Mo, when you say who's to blame, it's Haaland. Could Haaland and should Haaland be doing more? Absolutely, because Haaland is still a quality player. No one here, I believe, is down his talent. No one's saying Haaland is absolutely dreadful and he's rubbish. So it is on him, but it is also on Pep as well. Because when it's going swimmingly well for Manchester City, we praise Haaland and we'll praise the manager and the players around him. So I think it's a combination of everybody. But him leaving, I think, is crazy. After like a 3-4 bad months, I think the talks of that is mad. And I don't know how reliable those sources are that are stating.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, there is a new one that Pep got same. Let me give you another headline. I just Googled again.
Yeah, go on.
Man City, Guardiola gives the okay to Haaland exit on one condition with replacement mooted.
That's mad. That's mad.
But hey, this is what happens when
every top goal scorer.
Is that, by the way, that might not be real. This might be completely rumors from Spain, right? But there is no smoke without fire. Like someone is not gonna just fucking wake up and make that shit up.
Nah, they do, because here the thing is, once it's going bad, they do, because once it's going bad for you on the pitch, everything's horrendous off the pitch. This is why we've never heard anything with City before. We never, even if
Spanish media works.
Yeah, go on, man.
By the way, that is not Spanish media. It's not.
This is what Spanish media do in Spanish teams. Listen, I've heard it with Aguero. I heard it with Company. I heard it with David Silva. I heard it with Kevin De Bruyne. I heard it with this. They're going to be here a year and then they're going to go. The guy's signing an extension. Get over it. He's not going anywhere. He's got a release clause. He's about to get an even bigger release clause. But what we're doing, he's buying a house in Cheshire. His missus is pregnant. He's settling down roots. He's going nowhere. So you can keep all your little wet dreams to yourself, dreaming about Erling Haaland walking out the door. It ain't.
Hey, yo. That's a bit crazy.
Because no one's got 150 million to place down. And that's what his release clause is. So game over. Move on. Nothing to see here.
I don't think he's
So you don't see the problem at all?
Of course there's a problem.
Interesting.
It's not just a Haaland problem. It's a whole... There's no confidence in the team. There's no confidence. It's not just Haaland. Nobody's playing well right now. There's nobody playing well. But the trouble is, Haaland's the box office, then that everyone goes mad about it, and it gets clicks. It makes things everything else. That's what it is. It's all the garbage because, listen, it's December. You know, in March, City might be second, third, whatever, and then it's a total different conversation. People are talking like this is the end of City.
It's the same with Liverpool as well. When Liverpool have a slump, everyone blames Mo Salah. Like, Mo Salah doesn't score enough goals. Like, he's the reason why.
Yeah,
and then all the clickbait starts about Mo Salah. Like,
well, what is this?
It's always the same. When a team doesn't play well, they always blame the striker. Like,
well, as long as they're getting goals, no one blames the striker. Like, I think there's an interesting conversation between what they've turned Haaland into. I don't think he was this player. Now I feel like he's just become like a poacher. And if he doesn't get that goal, then it's like, well, he only had 6 touches and did nothing. But if he gets the goal, it's like, I don't care if he has 6 touches a game as long as he scores. So he has to keep delivering on and on and on, or people will ask questions. And then there's like other strikers which do more around the field. They might link up play, but they're not there for the head or the tap in when you need them. So I feel like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. I think Haaland can do more, but City at the moment I think they just need him to be in the box to finish stuff and focus on getting things to him, because I think their problems are further back.
The biggest problem with City and Haaland, there's no wing play anymore. There's no wing play at City, and Haaland thrives on crosses. He thrives on the ball getting winged into the box because he's always there and he scores.
Disagree with that. We've not played wingers for 3 years. Ever since Haaland's been here, we've not played wingers.
No, they had Jack Grealish. Have some shame.
No. We've never had wingers since.
It's the wide play. It's the wide play.
Wasn't.
I think it's the quality out wide that's the minute. I think that's the minute.
I watch him every week.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't watch him.
He's sat there shaking his head. A lot of Haaland's goals were through the middle, through Kevin De Bruyne, who's been injured for 2 years. Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, he doesn't score a lot of headers, Haaland. He doesn't score a lot of headers. Yeah, he don't score a lot of headers.
They don't have players to actually get it to Haaland. KDB is the guy who feeds Haaland, right? Like, he's the guy who pulls a cross out of nowhere and puts it on a dime piece. But Doku doesn't have that ability. Savinho.
Haaland's a big portion of Haaland's goals is like the one he scored against Arsenal. The Savinho played it through.
Exactly. Savinho coming inside ball through the gap.
Whether it's straight through or just
We've
cold,
never
or
done
just
this
cold.
byline crossing stuff. I don't know where that's come from.
Yeah,
it's absolute myth that's appeared from somewhere.
Yeah,
and everyone goes back to the Sané Sterling days. Well, Haaland wasn't here then.
Yeah,
but it was Riyad Mahrez, and the trouble is the reason Riyad Mahrez went because he wasn't playing a lot. He was playing in the big games. Yeah. He was playing in the lesser cup games.
Yeah.
Does anybody here still think that City can win the league, though? Anybody here still think that?
Nah, I don't think so. No. I think it's a lack of quality with Haaland around. I don't think it's just the way. It's just the attacking players around him. As Martin said, it's not just Haaland who's playing bad. The whole team is playing bad. In particular, their attacking players. As you know, you like crashing on Grealish all the time. You know this.
They can see too
but it's not
goals.
only Grealish now. Kevin De Bruyne, for some whatever reason, bro. Kevin De Bruyne played good 20 minutes and then he can't run. He's on crutches, bro. I'm like, what is going on?
Injuries catch. And how old is he? 32, 33?
He's 32, but he's not that old, bro. He's not. He looks like 38.
No. He might not be that old in terms of his actual age, but injuries catch up with you. We've seen this happen. How many injuries has he had?
Foden looks like a shell of himself. And by the way, it's not only ability of Foden, attitude on the pitch. Yeah, maybe he has some issues, attitude on the pitch. And by the way, it's not only Foden. Look at how the players' heads are down when they get scored on. Who said that? It's confidence and leadership outside. When your manager, with all due respect, people love Pep and everything. When your manager, instead of calling you and giving instructions and trying to fix things, scratching his head and losing his mind, and I'm being honest, like Antonio Conte used to be like this sometimes. When Inter lose and you get like 1-0, we get scored on, he loses his head. But everyone is going to lose their head as well. You're the leader. They're looking at you to fix it. You're scratching your head. You're kicking chairs. You're saying weird stuff in the media. No one is looking at you. I'm like, okay, what is the solution? He's like, he doesn't know the solution. That is the main problem.
Sorry, what weird stuff in the media is he saying?
When he literally said, I like to hurt myself, stuff like that, Martin.
Yeah, no,
he lost, Martin. He is rattled. He is rattled. By the way, Arteta's rattled as well. When someone is saying one trophy, we're not going to go into that. But when you know that, you know when we're going to go into that in a bit. Guys, I'm being serious. Okay, hold on. Let me explain. Martin, let me explain. If I'm composed and I know the answers and I know what I'm answering and I'm not rattled, my answers are always measured.
Yes.
Like, look at Maresca today. Today, he was asked 50 times about Modric. He had the one answer only because he was like, I'm not going to get rattled by the journalist. I know what I'm saying. I'm going to answer this. When you're rattled and you are nervous and you're stressed, your answers become different, become reactionary. Like Arteta, one trophy, I've been here for one, no, we won 3, charity. He didn't even say community shield to make it look better. He said charity shield. That is someone who's feeling the pressure. When Pep Guardiola keep getting asked about things, and he keeps, by the way, before the trial, when he was charged, Pep Guardiola was measured. He never had one wrong answer about the charges. When you were going for the 4-peat last season, no, he wasn't. This season, because of the results, Pep Guardiola stressed, same as Arteta. They're stressed. Jurgen Klopp, when he announced his leaving, he kept giving strange answers about things. That's just human beings. And I think the players are looking into this and they're feeling the pressure and the stress of everyone.
I hear it all the time, though. People say, oh, he's not criticising his players. Pep will never do that. Pep will always come out and go, yeah, they play great. He's not saying that in the dressing room. Saying very, very different in the dressing room. He said on countless documentaries on City TV that he will always protect his players. He will never do a Mourinho and come out, because at the moment, you look at Mourinho when he went through his second spell at Chelsea when he was having a bad time. He was coming out and slagging every player from top to bottom, and he lost the dressing room. Completely lost it. Now, Pep ain't going to do that. He'll slag them off inside, and he'll tell them that they need to improve and things need to get better. He's never going to do it in front of the media, because that's poor man management.
Wait until they throw him under the bus, yes.
But I've always said that these players...
he literally said, by the way, you're up, I think...
He's still playing
Didn't he
them,
call Grealish before? Didn't he say he needs more output? Didn't he call out Grealish before and said he needs more output?
bench the other night. He's full of kids.
No. But he criticized players before. He criticized players before. He did.
I think we have to all understand that.
Grealish, he said Grealish needs more output.
No. See, what you're doing is
that is criticizing a player.
Mo, you get a little snippet that comes out on social media.
Okay.
Then you listen to the full quote, because when you listen to the interview, what he does is, this is what Pep does. He'll turn around and go, needs to do more output. And then he'll say, but what he does in his defending, because I remember the quote. The quote was this: he needs to do more output, but the problem is he's defending the team so well and he's tracking back to win the ball. That's what stops him sometimes. You got to give the full quote, not just what someone sticks on Twitter as a headline to clickbait somebody. That's what people do. They're very clever at doing it. You never get the full paragraph of the quote. You pick out a line. That's been going on since the 80s and the 90s. Media do that. They're very clever at doing it. You pick out a line. You hear this is why you get more in the embargo sections.
So, can I ask a question before we move on from City? Do we think the players are happy with what he's doing?
No, that's what I think. Why part of the issues that they have.
Because you know why I'm asking, because they lost the dressing room. It's not like they're fighting. It's just do they believe in what he's doing now?
It's hard to be hungry on a full stomach. That's why managers talk all the time about refreshing the squad. So because their recruitment's not been good over the past few years, and then their better players are now aging, and the players they brought in are now not performing. That's where the issue then lies. So that's what this is, and it is very tough to do. And City have done a good job previously of doing that, but I think that's where they're at with Pep. So as much as I like it to be,
issue, though. I think that
I don't actually know how City did it, by the way. Like when they won everything, so they won the treble, and then they won another league afterwards. I don't quite know how you won that league, because you should have had the drop off like we did when we went for every single trophy and played every single final and every single game that season. We had a massive drop off and finished fifth. Like, for you to be able to get that and win again,
and that what proves what Flawless is saying is wrong. And that what I disagree with Flawless. And this is why I disagree with Flawless.
Why?
After a treble, it were more likely for them to drop off then. I think the season, the problem is tactically, and the players are not buying. After losing Rodri, he still plays the same system, same high line, same things, and asking the same thing.
Who they lose? Who did you say they just lost?
They lost Rodri.
Oh,
in the
so
season.
and also let's take into consideration the team that was chasing them as well. Quality. If there was a quality side last season, you got to add the quality as well. There was
the quality was there. The quality was there.
But Mo, he changed the system
from Arsenal, and I'm not going there now. That's a dig. When a team wins 16 out of 18 games, it's called the quality of chasing.
I we have this conversation all the time. Why?
I genuinely think that's a miracle out of that team to win another league.
He's just going to turn everything into Arsenal slander. I respect it, but I think the bigger issue here is Pep's football needs to change. He needs to change something about how they play football because of the personnel they have available.
He did do on Sunday.
I know, but it's not working.
This is what I'm saying. This is on the players now. This is not about a system change. He changed the system on Sunday, and they still shit the bed. This is on the players. The players they've aged out. They've got tired. We're playing with players with injuries. We're playing players out of position. We're literally just going as what we can.
Recruitment, right, Martin? Last 2 years, especially recruitment.
For the last 2 years, it is what it is. I know hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
It's just getting it right at the minute. Like Pep said, giving me players back. Outside it, Bram's played bloody Mateus Nunes at left back.
Yeah.
In a derby of all frigging times. You sat there going, what do we do at this point? It is what it is. It's nothing you can do. You just got to keep going.
It's still on Pep though, because he's still trying to
play a high-line possession football. 5-yard shot.
Yeah, but before that, you were out tactic in the game. You cannot argue this.
It was an absolute. Don't give me out tactic. It was the worst derby in 20 years.
No. You and Flawless both were in the stadium. I actually was watching this game and forget the result. Amorim had a better tactics and better game plan than Pep Guardiola. It was you wanted me to go tactics. It was very obvious that the wing backs were always isolated with your fullbacks. Always. Diego Dallo was isolated with Kyle Walker. That's tactics. It was always available that he's trying to lure you out to play the ball behind to Rasmus Højlund or Amad Diallo behind the midfield. It was very obvious that he was trying to get Amad Diallo right between the lines.
For 82 minutes, Mo, we were 1-up.
Dead. That game was dead.
The game was done.
It was done.
If Nunes had not done that stupid ball he'd done,
Just
who looked better on the pitch? Guys? Who looked better tactically on the pitch? Honest. Anyone? Just maybe I'm wrong.
Man City were winning.
Man City were winning because of a
Last 5
deflected
minutes,
cross.
Man United look great.
Like the thing is, we were like in terms of people talking about the game being dull. That's a whole different conversation in regards to are you looking at it from a City perspective? Is it United perspective? Is it neutral? If we go there and it's an entertaining game, we get battered. You know what I'm saying? We've been there and got battered. So that played into our hands. City are the better side. City are at home. It was on City to make the game more, to inject more pace into the game, to have the tempo quicker, etc. It was pretty much an equal game. Both teams were defensively on point. Neither goalkeeper had a lot to do. They scored their goal. They was 1-0 up. I thought the first half was fairly even. If you want to edge it to City, you want to edge it to United. I'm not going to argue that down. But second half, we were a much better side. That's why we created the much better chances even before Nunes shot, before the Nunes mistake. The Bruno chance where he chipped it and it went wide. The Diallo header should have had a penalty before that. Onana did nothing. So it's kind of like, but after Bruno missed that chance, I thought it was all over. I was like, no way are we going to lose this. And I felt aggrieved. But as soon as Nunes made that mistake and Bruno bagged that pen, there was only one team that was going to win that game, and it was us. I was saying my voice is just coming back now. The scenes in the stadium, pandemonium. But yeah, we deserve to win. We deserve to win the game.
And follows you up on it. United fans weren't singing up until the equaliser. They were sat there,
we were devastated after that Bruno miss. We were singing. No, that's a myth.
Dead. The game was
no. We were singing. Where I can only speak for where I was. We were singing. Like, I don't know about that. There was again, people keep saying this. We were singing, and there's people we were watching were like, we heard you.
It didn't sound it in the stadium.
We were singing. Yeah, because there was more of you lot than us. But where was you sat? Where was you sat?
What was the XG on that goal? What was the XG on that goal? Because that was a wonder goal.
Which one?
Was a wonder goal.
No, but the problems were City in a minute. But we have a one. City make mistake after mistake. And you look at our last 10 games, we concede a goal, and I'm telling you now, within 2 minutes, we're conceding another one because the confidence dropped. What they do is they want the ground to swallow them. The confidence is dead. And as soon as that equaliser got in, you could tell there was going to be another goal from United because what we've done for 10 games. You
remind me of us on the box.
Yeah, you've got Edison making stupid decisions. Yeah. Why Edison is back in our goal, I do not know. When Ortega had done nothing wrong to come out the goal. Edison has had a head loss for 5 weeks. Edison has not been the same since last summer when he got the offer from Saudi. Gavardio's trying to do bloody river dance on the bloody line with back heels. And what you doing? Come on. I do get Bernardo's point. It was like under 15. I'm not being funny. Diallo on that penalty. Nunes couldn't do it. Nunes didn't have to do anything. Diallo was going nowhere with it. It was covered. And then Nunes comes in like a bloody JCB bulldozer and goes, tell you what, I'll give you a pen. Not going anywhere with it.
Rattled because of the mistake. That's what it was.
Yeah. And then Edison and Gavardio want to do, I don't know what Edison's doing. Edison, honestly, the guy's head loss at the moment. Absolute head loss. How he's got the balls to ask for 350, 400 grand a week. God knows why.
But that's the thing. Bernardo doesn't want to look. Okay, here's what I see. Here's what I said. Ederson doesn't look like he wants to be there. Bernardo doesn't look like he wants to be there. Kevin De Bruyne has no idea.
Bernardo, he's knackered. He's been playing.
Let me just finish. Let me finish the point. Kevin De Bruyne doesn't even where his kids are going to go to school next year because he hasn't been offered the contract or he doesn't know he's staying, he's leaving, whatever is going on. Foden now is not playing well. Jack Grealish at the current moment goes in, pop, pass back, and he doesn't know if he's staying or leaving. Gundogan didn't expect to play every single minute this season because Rodri's got injured, right?
Nunes wasn't playing left back.
Exactly. So it's on I think it's on the manager. He's not getting enough criticism. He's not getting enough criticism.
What about manager on what? What though?
I think possession and pressing used to be enough for City. Like all you needed was the ball all the time, and you don't let the other teams breathe. You guys don't press like you used to, and you can't keep the ball like you used to. You always had defensive frailties.
Because they're old as fuck, Martin. That's why. You know what I mean?
They're 34 years old. They're 34. They're out of gas.
Hey, I told you guys not to sign Gundogan. I said that wasn't going to work.
No, stop. No. Gundogan, I told you, was not meant to be coming in playing 38 games. He was meant to come in playing 30 minutes.
Yeah, but I just don't think his
Did you get your
football works
crystal
with these
ball out
people.
and went, oh, Rodri's going to get an ACL? I'm
So
sick of
you-
hearing about this Rodri ACL, like everyone had a crystal ball out.
So
Going.
are you going to spend 200 million in January?
There's going to be money spent, yes.
That's
They
pretty
have,
much.
they have to.
That's pretty
I think
much
they
what
have to.
City
They
do.
got no choice.
Like, there's a
Hope they
problem.
don't.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. That's what City do.
No, there's a problem.
Hang on a
for
minute.
Rashford.
Stop. We've just said on every stream for the last 2 weeks, City, you've not spent any money for 2 years, and now you're going, that's what City do. Stop contradicting
Well,
yourself.
that's what you'll do. If that's
Our
if that's
board
what
and not
you're
your
gonna do, then
board.
that's what you do.
Didn't your board spend a load of money when you were a mess in midfield?
We didn't have a midfield.
But we don't have a midfield.
It all left.
We don't have a midfield.
Walked away on free transfers.
We don't have a midfield.
I didn't have a midfield. We
Got
took,
a
we
midfield,
took their
yeah.
We
midfield.
do have a midfield.
We
It's
took
just
their
limited.
midfield. We took their midfield. That was the problem. We took their
Yeah.
So
Actually, they do.
that's-
Actually, hold on. They do have a midfield.
The agendas are
midfield.
wild.
Back then they didn't.
No,
We're
they're
talking
not
about them
agendas,
when
Martin.
they
We
were-
don't-
They are,
Martin,
no, they are
Martin,
agendas when you
they are not
go,
agendas.
"You'll
You
spend to
have
get out of the problem
midfield.
like they always
Okay,
do."
Martin,
But we've
hear
not
me
spent
out.
2 years.
Martin, hear me out. You have midfield, but it's not good enough. It's different than we don't have midfield. Okay, hear me out. When Liverpool spent that money last summer, not this summer, the summer before, they let go of Naby Keita, they let go of Henderson, Fabinho, right? There was Oxlade-Chamberlain, Thiago Alcantara. So they let go.
Milner. Like, we had
Okay,
no
and
midfield.
James Milner. The reality is, on paper, Man City have midfield. Let me count. You have Nunes, Gundogan. You have who else? Foden. You have Grealish. You have Kovacic, and you also have Calvin Phillips, who you let go on loan because he's not good enough. £50 million down the drain. He's not good enough. Fine. He's a lazy guy that doesn't want to work. 6 midfielder that could have started the season with City. Being good enough or not is a different story. Do you know why? Because Arsenal on paper have 6 attackers. Martinelli, Trossard, Havertz, Jesus, Saka, Sterling. On paper, Arsenal, no one can turn around from Arsenal and say, we don't have forwards. No, you do. They're just not good enough.
No, I'm really sorry.
It is
mate.
not
Can
good
you ban
enough.
That person. Can you ban that person? That is
Which
horrendous.
person?
Right,
Which
and that.
person?
Charlie Carey. Are you having a laugh?
I don't see the comment. Let me see.
Absolute scumbag.
Hey, mods, do the business. The
Do
mods
not
will
be
get on it.
writing stuff like that in the chat.
Chelsea, Charlie.
The mods will
I
get
think
on it.
No way. Sorry.
Charlie Carey. Yeah, I've seen
Good
it.
man. No stress.
Yeah,
the
man.
mods will get on it.
He said Scouser. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
read
repeat
it.
that, mate.
Not a weird
Sorry, go
comment, it's an offensive
Sorry, go
comment.
on. Yeah, it is. Yeah, go on.
All right.
I haven't even said anything. I haven't even said anything.
People just get
Yeah. Oh,
Just get
go
emotional.
on. Sorry, mate.
Anyway, moving on from this. So the reality is, Martin, you have midfielders, but they are old. They're not good enough. One is injured. Kovacic has been injured for what, a month and a half? Well, Odegaard was injured as well.
Oh, we're not allowed to spend.
And by the way, no, you are. No, not me. I'm stating the
Apparently us
fact.
spending's
You
now
are.
wrong.
Everyone. But that tells me that you agree
problem
with
spend
us
money.
that you had massive problem with the recruitment of City. The Nunes, the Kovacic.
Just said that.
Okay.
I've said that
So we
for
agree.
3 weeks that our recruitment's.
Wrong guy.
You see, it's all in hindsight, innit? I've always said it. We've sold too many first team players and we bought too many squad players. And then all the first teamers got injured, and then you've got to go with your squad players, and they're not good enough. Bernardo Silva's done. I mean, he's run out of energy. Kyle Walker needs to move on. Ake Stones are constantly injured now. Kanji's injured. It is what it is. You just got to go with it. There's no point crying about it. Listen, we've won 4 in a row. We're allowed a year off. But don't.
Can I put,
nobody dare to
I'm sorry. I need to just
criticize
intercept, guys. The people in the chat that keep saying Scousers and Liverpool fans play victims. You're alluding to something that is not great. It's not banter, by the way. This is not a nice banter. If you think it's not even banter at all, it is low manners, a low blow. You don't need to do that. this thing that people keep saying they like to play victims and everything. We're not going to sit here and make fun of disasters and things that happen when people die.
If you don't know what it is, chat.
So if you are ignorant and you don't know what is that, and you think and you're repeating something that you heard online, go read about it first and then come and talk. Let's just establish something. It's a YouTube show that we're here to discuss football, have a bit of a laugh, enjoy our time. You enjoy yourself, you get involved in the chat, and then we move on. So stop this bullshit victim thing, victim that, or they play victim, because that is not nice. So can we move on, people in the chat, please? Go ahead, Martin. I'm sorry. I just needed to put that out.
No, it just is what it is. You know, people have a goal spending in January. So what?
Yeah.
We're going to spend in the summer as well, but we've not spent, you know, we've won the net spend trophy for the last 4 years. What they do? Don't want to win it off us anymore.
You took it off us.
Yeah, we won the net spend trophy the last 4 years. Don't want to do that. We need to spend some proper money, and we will do now. Now, do I think it'll be as easy as people claim in January? Don't know. So you're going to have to pay over the odds to get 1 or 2 players in. Like if they want Bruno, they're going to have to pay for it. They'll probably have to pay 90 million quid or whatever. If they want Zubimendi, they're going to have to sell it to him. It is what it is. We'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see. Moving on from this, let me do a couple of these super chats. Guys, listen to Luke and hit that like button. We have 700 people here and we aren't even on 200 likes. Guys, target is 350 likes, 400 likes live. So please hit that like button. I have a question for the Arsenal rep. Oh my, here we go. How is Mikel different from Poch and Spurs? One FA Cup and other final UEFA Champions League, no league title. One has spent a lot of money compared to the other. Both were shit before. Don't argue Mikel improved. Up the Chelsea. Go ahead. Quickly, Martin, please.
Well, it's nice to see a Chelsea fan finally trying to give Poch some flowers instead of dunking on him. But I would have to say that winning an FA Cup...
His name's been marked down on my list. Name's been marked down.
I'd say winning an FA Cup is better than getting to a final. And I don't think they're very similar at all. I know people like to say he's like a spicy Poch, but they're in very different situations. Poch took Spurs as far as he could. I think he did well. Arteta, the jury's still out.
All right. City fan talking shit about fan support is crazy. He said, like, it's a banter. It's a joke. A joke. Thank you, my guy. And City fan, Pep out. We had 0 big chances. Pep got cooked most game. Pep out. By the way, there are people that say Pep out now. They want new blood. They want new blood, bro. They want new blood. Some people, by the way, some people want new blood. They want new ideas.
Yeah, do you want to know who they are? Do you want to know who they are? Sport little babies. Sport little babies.
You're right.
We're gonna go a year and not win the title. I want my manager out.
But how many more games can he lose? Like, I've seen some City fans say
you can lose everyone for me, mate.
No matter what he does this season, he gets this season a free pass.
Major credit in the bank.
No matter what he does this season, a free pass.
So
can we give Arteta a free pass? Why can't Pep get one?
Don't you start talking about Pep when
Arteta gets cooked every week. He's
like, tell me what's the difference.
And you
one could go 5 years without a trophy in this time. Like, I'm just saying, how long can he go out? That's just
I was going to say that Poch got the Champions League final.
Give you that a wobble.
That is good.
Give you that a wobble. How you got the ball?
Crazy, that's a crazy uppercut right there, man.
How long can you No, Paulus. You think Arteta gets a free pass? You think that he's like
from you he does. No, Martin. From you he does.
From you he does. Yes,
he does. Yes, he does. And you've got the goal.
I don't think it's fair for mine to face mine and I don't think it's fair, bro. That's not fair.
My question: the man who won a treble
because I haven't asked for him to be sacked. He gets a free pass. I criticize them all the time.
No, that's a free pass. That fact that you don't want him out, but then we'll say how long can it go on for Pep?
Yeah,
that's
how long can it go on for?
It gets asked to me, so why can't I ask that question? Like it literally gets asked to me every stream.
Because my managers don't think your manager will never do.
No, but like the reality is Pep keeps losing. Like you can't keep losing.
You can't keep going year after year.
You, Mike, can I ask you a question, mine?
This is the first time he's done it.
Martin, if Arteta had won back to the last 2 leagues and he was on this run right now, do you think any of us would go, how long are you giving Arteta after he just won back-to-back leagues?
Can we leave the Arsenal chat to the end? I did 2 shows on Arsenal. Can we leave the Arsenal chat to the end?
I think if you look at the
It was flawless his
objectives,
fault, it was flawless his fault.
You guys know Arsenal chat will get super chats, will get people rattled. Okay, let me just be honest. Arsenal chat will get super chats, will get people because people want to have their opinion and say, right? But I wanted to speak about Liverpool and fucking Chelsea. Can we do that?
Of course, Mo. You the captain of the ship, man. You know what I'm saying?
Are Liverpool worried? Are Chelsea good enough to win the league? Because this is a new panel that I haven't got in your opinion. I talked to Osam about this all day. I talked to Ahmed. I talked to Ziad. Are Chelsea good enough to win the Premier League?
No.
Or Liverpool are miles ahead and Liverpool aren't worried.
No,
2 points behind them.
Not miles ahead. But I don't think Chelsea are good enough yet to win the league. Like the last time Chelsea went on a 10-game unbeaten run was in 2021.
They are now on a 10-game unbeaten
Yeah,
run.
that's what I'm saying. So you haven't done that for a long time. So you're due a drop somewhere, and also you concede a lot more goals and you score a lot more goals than you're actually supposed to score. Your XG is a lot higher than it should be. So that's going to level itself out. The thing that worries me the most is your next 6 games are all winnable. Like they're all winnable.
So you are worried, but you're not worried.
And you're only playing
Don't
one
worry
game
me.
a week. And you're only playing 1 game a week, and you're swapping complete teams. So Caicedo's like played probably about 10 games less than Gravenberch. So it's a big difference on the body. So your players are coming into games a lot fitter, and because they haven't played as much. And then the games you are playing, like look at some of those teams, like Noah. Who the hell's Noah?
You know what? Max started. Hold on. Forget that. Max started his saying he's not worried, but he's stating every single reason why he is worried about Chelsea.
No, I'm saying I am slightly worried.
He's like, I'm not worried about Chelsea. They're not good enough. However, you play 1 game a week. You can swap teams.
I've got to convince myself.
Exactly. You're doing what makes you sleep well at night. Like, I'm not worried about Chelsea. They're not good enough.
And look, the other thing as well, the teams you played at the top, you haven't played well against yet. So that's another thing. Like you lost to Man City, by the way. Right? You might lose to them again.
Not this time.
That was the opening.
Do us a favour.
I think the only
can I correct something? Liverpool also exceed in their XG, by the way. So Liverpool have scored goals more than they should have.
Yeah.
So has Chelsea.
The conceding goals is level. Like that's right. It works out about right for us.
It does.
No, you scored 40 goals. We've scored like 31.
They scored 37 goals. They scored 37 goals. Their XG is 34.9. You scored 31 goals or something, and you had 30. So you both exceeding your XG. But forget XG. The reality is Chelsea create more chances than Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken. We all agree. The defense is not the same.
I mean, there's a couple of things that stand out. Look, there's a couple of things that stand out for Chelsea. Just while we're here, is you are. Oh, hang on, where's that screen I had open? Oh, it's all right. It's all right. Come back. I've lost the screen that I had. But you're about 15th for duels won and 15th for headers won in the box, defensively. So defensively, teams can't get it yet. But another thing as well, you haven't conceded a goal from a corner, which I find mad when you're 15th.
That's good. You keep stating good things about Chelsea, not bad.
They're not good things.
He keeps stating good stuff. You know, like he hasn't stated anything bad about Chelsea.
10th for goals conceded. You're 15th for duels not won, like in the league. So, but
can I tell you something? You don't have?
If you lose a Colwell or one of your
they already lost Fofana, and they have Badiashile played, Tosin played. They lost Malo Gusto and Reece James, and Disasi played right back.
No wonder he's there wearing blue. We see you, Mo. All right, okay.
No, I'm just stating that. By the way, I am on the camp that Chelsea cannot win the league for a completely different reason.
Oh, okay, all right.
Not because of this. And I stated it many times because the reason is the manager, I don't have any evidence to prove me that this manager at the end of the season can do what Pep or Arteta did last season or what even Liverpool did. They don't have any player now at the current moment that won league titles before, apart from Palmer, who played total of 600 minutes for Man City over all the seasons. Right? Liverpool have players that won a Champions League and a Premier League before. Liverpool players, these players have went on a 20-game run before and 15 games runs before. Chelsea don't. Right?
Yeah, but I don't think that'll be required this season. Like, I think Man City and Arsenal are not doing that run, so you're up against teams that are dropping points. So it won't require the same, win 18 games in a row and then you've got a chance to win the league. So I think Chelsea are in with a good shout.
Look, if we had
do Chelsea have a good shot bigger than Arsenal? Looking at it now, December 17th.
Absolutely, yes.
Who's a higher in your picking order? If you are, listen, I don't promote gambling, but if you are advising your cousin, your friend, to put money on a team to win the league, you put on Liverpool. But who's the second team?
Chelsea.
Well, I think the problem with Chelsea is their fans don't believe they can win. Until that happens, then they'll probably.
I don't care about the fan. I want your opinion.
My opinion?
No, who cares about their fan?
It's all connected. I think
Liverpool fans and saying leopard in the tree and all the gimmick shit that Hassan is doing. So forget that shit.
That is
no one believes them. They believe they can win the league. No one believes them, bro. No one believes that shit that they're saying. They say it so they don't be labeled bottlers, and you know that, Martin. But they believe inside them that they are the team now ahead of everyone to win the league.
They have to get in that Chelsea group chat and collectively decide that they're in this title race to have a chance of winning it. Otherwise, they're just happy to be there, top four, and they'll be satisfied with the progress.
What I will say, and this isn't just like a dig at the last manager we had, by the way, but because of the regression that we had in many areas, and we conceded too many goals for a start. If we still had Jurgen this season, I feel like this season probably would have been like a Leicester, and Chelsea might have been that Leicester. Like all the other teams,
not if we kept our manager from last season,
and Chelsea took it away. Like, but Liverpool are there now, so
I would say if we had our manager from last season, we'd be 8th or 9th right now. He's a dinosaur.
So the question for Liverpool, Surfer, is that Chelsea rely on a lot of players around to score the goals and get assists. Liverpool is Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people say Liverpool form is not sustainable, and Chelsea is.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you have a player that makes up 75% of your goals or goal contributions this season, obviously it's going to be, everyone's going to think, oh, if he gets an injury or something like that. But, I can't think like that. Mo Salah's a phenom at 32, 33. I can't think he's going to be injured or anything like that. We just have to, if whether Maresca believes it or not, he's coming out publicly saying he doesn't believe it, and I think that's the right thing to do. Privately, he might be going, no one expected us of this. I don't think people know how to manage against Maresca yet. He's got that new manager thing where they don't like. Same with Arne Slot, but they don't know how to figure them out yet, because Maresca, since the international break, we've played differently in every single game. In every single game, we played differently. The last game against Brentford, we played more out wide and we were crossing in than we have done previously before. He just makes subtle changes, everything like that. Whether it's playing Caicedo at right back, I know he's done that for Brighton and stuff like that, but all just in-game management as well. These two managers are making in-game, they're making before the game starts and in-game managements, and the sides the other managers aren't able to adapt to it yet. Because they're trying to figure out. It's like remember we always go, when a new player comes in, oh, what if he has second season syndrome? When people figure it out. They're just doing their thing. I don't believe we're going to win this, but I believe I don't believe we're going to win this because I haven't seen this team be in a title race or win anything yet. So they haven't got the history or the CV to back up, neither the manager, for me to be 100% confident in them. But week by week and game by game, the confidence is growing. I don't care what other Chelsea fans think in terms of title race, because I don't get their coward. I call it cowardice. It's cowardice. I think it's cowardice to not say we're in a title race. We are in a title race. I don't mean we're going to win it, but like I keep saying, the longer we are in a title race, the longer we're talked about in a title race, we are achieving our overall number one goal was to finish in the top 4 and then build on it. And even if they don't win it, as long as they stay in a title race, at least they have the experience to go into next season and be in a title race again. This is what it's all about, building this young squad up to prove they can be winners long term. But the manager may have stumbled onto something and has taken advantage of Arsenal, Liverpool, and Man City slipping, and he may end up
Chelsea
winning.
Go into January and sign. To be honest with you, if Chelsea go
sign a centre back,
sign a centre back and a goalkeeper.
I don't think. I've got to be honest. No, I've got to be honest with you. I don't think we'll sign a goalkeeper. I've got to be honest with you. I don't think we'll sign a goalkeeper in January.
What about the money that Chelsea spent? What about the money that Chelsea spent?
I was going to say that. Has everyone forgot?
What
that
about
more than the country?
I'm playing devil's advocate here, and I want people in the we're not. What about the money that Chelsea spent? That much money should be challenging for the league anyway.
That's fine, but who do we spend it on? And are you also going to talk about the money we recruited?
By the way, that's the same energy I have for Man City is the same energy. Listen, I literally just told. Hold on. Let me tell you. The same energy I had for City when Martin said we have no midfield. I said, no, you do, but they're not good enough. It is no one's problem who you spent it on. As long as
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. If you actually look on it, we've spent some of that, a big bulk of that money on players that will never play for this club.
But that's not.
That doesn't matter. Like, remember when Arteta spent 300 million 2 years ago and everyone said he must win the league? This is crazy. Like the difference.
No one gave Arteta a pass when Timber got injured in the beginning of the season. That's money spent. No one got
injuries on money spent. Are we talking about injuries on money spent? And the
but
team
that's the same. People said Arsenal
said I say what, you've literally got a Liverpool and a Manchester City fan sat in the background listening to the others who spent all the money. And we're the ones that won everything.
But this thing about Chelsea spent money. Oh, we spent it on assets or whatever. No one cares. Because when Arsenal spent it on Timber, and Timber got injured.
What's your question?
The question is money spent means that you should be challenging for the league anyway.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean that at all. You can spend all the money you want. If you haven't got a coach that can put it together, your team does nothing.
Facts.
That's what we did. We spent it all last season.
You're muted, Martin. You're muted. Martin, you're muted.
You're muted.
You muted mine, sorry.
I'm muted. Sorry. That's not a jibe, by the way. It's Flawless here. But United spent God knows how much. Just spending all you want. And
that's why they are failures. No one said that
but
means you should be challenging. But that's why they are failures.
They didn't have a good coach. They didn't have a good coach. I said, hang on. I said to you all last season we had Poch. You told me these players are shit last season. The money we spent on. You all told me they're shit, and all I said is I need a proactive coach from this age to see if these players are shit. And now they're proving you all wrong. And now it's must. Now we must. Sam in the chat, you're not musting me when you believe in these players in the summer or the manager. You're not musting my club. Oh, we should be in the title race. We got a championship manager. You wrote us off. You had a 6 or 8. So don't give me this, oh, we spent money, you should be in the title race. Bullshit. You're not musting me.
That.
None of you are.
He said you lot be Maresca out in December.
I'm not musting Liverpool either. And this isn't trying to create an alliance. I'm not musting Liverpool because none of you expected Liverpool in the title to be top of the table either, Barney.
Wait, who was at the top of the table most last season?
No, a lot of Liverpool fans didn't expect us to.
You're not musting me. Oh, we must be in a title race. Rubbish.
You're both in a title race. Accept it. And you've got to, expectations change halfway through the season. You're there. You're 4 points clear of the mighty Arsenal, who Flawless says is the best team in the league. You guys are killing it. This might be your only chance. You don't know what's going to happen next season.
If Liverpool spent 150 million, who did he spend it on? Liverpool haven't got a deep enough squad at the moment. The way what he's doing right now, Arnie's not just on a side note, is no one knew about. No one knew that. He's putting Gravenberch as a 6, who's not a 6. If you spend 150 million, I'm not musting you right now because you're only 2 points ahead at the moment. Why would I must you?
Yeah, but they were 2 weeks ago.
I've got to find a better term than that.
I don't understand this. Someone has to be favourites to win the league.
It's crazy.
I'm not. No. What we're saying is this.
Someone at some point, someone has to be favourites to win this league. We need to point up someone.
It's Liverpool. Hey, Mo, it's Liverpool. It's Liverpool. 100 after the start they've had, the way that Chelsea are it's Liverpool. Let's not.
Liverpool are favourites.
It's Liverpool. They have 4, without doubt, world-class players in their 11. They have the best attacker in the league, also in their 11, who is performing high. It's Liverpool. That's why Hassam's trying to do all this leopard in the tree nonsense and all this rubbish. It's Liverpool. Stop trying to. Fans are trying to avoid expectations. Stop it. Because if this was Arsenal, we would slaughter them. If Arsenal had the start that Liverpool had and was trying to do all that, we would absolutely butcher them. So because it's Liverpool, we're not letting it slide. You man were 9 points clear, 11 points clear, whatever the case may be. Now it's only 2 points. You're getting chased down by Chelsea.
Mike, sorry, Mike, can I just say this? Someone put it in the chat. Before the season started, my manager's one of the favourites to get sacked. So don't tell me we must start spending all that money. So don't give me this like right now. I think we must finish in the top 4. We must finish in the top 4 from this position. I will say that.
What are you saying? He was given a Lamborghini? Hold on. You rated the players now? You rated the Chelsea players now? He was given a Lamborghini. I thought you have the Lamborghini. I thought you have a team way better than Chelsea.
A Ferrari. I say
you have a way better team than Chelsea on paper. The fact that Maresca is getting the best out of them, that doesn't mean they have a Lamborghini. Maresca just
don't attack at all. You just said that I have 6 attackers and they all suck, basically.
I'm totally confused because Arsenal spent 800, Chelsea spent 1.something billion. United has spent 1.something billion. City and Liverpool, City have spent over the last 10 years, not done much for 2 years. Liverpool don't tend to spend because they've got tight ass owners. So who is favourites? It's like we've come into this world where no one's now allowed to spend. If you do, you're a checkbook manager.
Mm-hmm.
If you spend money, you're a checkbook manager. So that's bad. So you've got to use all your academy and all your that and the other. I don't make people are just suiting what suits them at the time. No, everyone said when City fall off, Arsenal win it. Well, now Liverpool and Chelsea are there. So what?
Everyone said that. I'm pretty sure people tell me that Arsenal will never win anything.
Let me give you my takes on this.
The whole point is who wants it? Because City have fallen.
I'm gonna tell you my takes on this. The only team in the league that must win the league is Arsenal. No one else must win the league. The only team that will have a lot.
Fair point, by the way.
That's actually very good. By the way,
they have the heaviest expectations. I'd say that.
It's not the highest. The only team in the top 5 teams that must win the league, otherwise it's a failure, it's freaking Arsenal. We all know that, right? The reason, for obvious reasons, right? For obvious reasons. The manager, the club, the team. The team that must perform, right, is Chelsea. Why? Because of the money spent. The team with the least expectations is actually Liverpool. You know why? Because Arne Slot was supposed to fail.
It's after your club. That's what everyone says.
He didn't spend any money in the summer. Even though Maresca, by the way, is someone who is a championship manager and we didn't know what is going on. It's a choice from the... Hold on, let me finish that point. It's very important. It's a choice from Chelsea board to sack Pochettino and go for the championship manager with the £1 billion squad. It's not. Liverpool had no choice. Davi Alonso told them no. Amorim turned out to be a crook because he went and met with West Ham and he wanted more money and more control. Liverpool ended with Arne Slot and they had no choice in Jurgen Klopp saying, I'm fucking tired. I want to go make more money in Germany, in Leipzig. You know what I mean? Like, he had no choice. Liverpool reality is have the least expectations. Right, in this season. And by the way, they signed no leagues, no Chiesa, no Chiesa.
Expectations change. You mentioned that.
Exactly. Bravo. You're right. Now, in hindsight, you're right. In hindsight today, if Maresca in March or February are performing amazing in the team, we're going to put expectations on him to finish second. And if Arne Slot is here in February and March and he's like 5 points ahead of the second or something, and he turned out to be an amazing manager, like, yeah, now you have to win the league. You're here today.
Well, Martin made the great point about everyone was saying that when City fall off, it's Arsenal's. Well, City have fallen off. Arsenal have fallen off. Who was the next team? Liverpool. So it's now on you.
Kind of makes sense.
I just don't like the fact that when clubs replace a manager, like expectations get reset to zero. When you're a club the size of Liverpool, who were top of the league more than anyone else last season, and I predicted to finish second, I think that they weren't going to have a big fall off. Like, I'm not in the same boat as everyone else. I think
But you had Liverpool finishing second. Did you have you?
Yeah,
not
I had
finishing
Liverpool
third?
second.
And
Arsenal
I had
first,
Liverpool
second.
third or something.
I had second for Liverpool and City third.
Okay,
But, like,
But that's going to happen. City are third.
Well, you thought it was
Well,
crazy.
You might
tight.
finish.
thought
You
that
might
was a
finish
nuts
fifth, but fine. That's
I
different.
mean, we're not going to, but carry on.
If you don't spend 200 million in January, you might finish fifth or sixth.
No, we're not allowed to spend. You just banned spending. You put a balance spending now.
Well, if you spend the money, you might.
I know
If you don't.
spending in January,
Well, if Arsenal spend 200 million in January, you might win the league.
Martin, you must spend 200 million. You must.
You must
I
spend
want to.
all your shit.
You must.
Everyone else, you're bad.
How
You
much
must.
Man United
And
going
then
to
it's
spend
back to
then?
shit.
And I'm gonna tell you the reality. Cole Palmer, even if he is not
Oh,
the
there
best
you
player
go.
on the
Go,
pitch,
Palmer.
Cole Palmer, if he's not the best player on the pitch, Chelsea win games. If Mohamed Salah is not the best player on the pitch, Liverpool lose the games or draw the games.
You're saying titles Chelsea, so that's what it sounds like, man. Is that what you're saying?
Lost one.
I still think at the end, flawless. They don't have the kahunas, bro. They just don't. Bro,
That's
they
not-
don't
I
have
think it's
the
one
kahunas. They don't have the
season,
bro. They
mate.
don't. They have no
Mate.
flawless. They have no This manager has never been in a title. Bro, Arne's not won the title with final.
Yeah, I don't think it's on the manager. I think
I
it's the
heard that,
goalkeeper. The goalkeeper. The
I
defenders
said
there.
this, I think it was about a month ago to you, Mo. When I came on and went, City won't win the league. And everyone was like, we won't win the league. And I was like, all you've done for 4 years is bitch, moan, and complain that City have made it a Farmers League. The 1 year City go, all right, we're not in it this year. No, nobody else wants it.
You did
What
it last
is
year
this?
as well, though. They should have won the league last year.
What is this?
And the year
But you
before that,
dropped
City
off
been
in
doing
points
this.
wise.
City been doing this.
Nobody won it.
I'm
City has
trying.
been doing this.
At least I'll admit we're in a title race.
Me that you dropped off those 90 points. Like, you started dropping off, and Arsenal didn't overtake you when they should have.
Yeah, City have been trying to do this though.
Is it
City the past
stuttering?
2 years have been trying to do this. They've not been City of old in the past
They
2
got
years.
91
Well,
points
you know how
No.
crazy it is.
Yeah,
If we'd have beaten you
And
at
the thing is, we
weekend,
know they could have
we
got
were
more
6
than the
points
91
behind
points.
Liverpool.
Say that again.
If we'd have beat you at weekend, we were 6 behind
Yeah.
Liverpool. Yeah, they had a game in hand, but they've still got to come to the Etihad. And as for Sam knows, we have an agreement. Liverpool win at Anfield and we
Yeah.
win at the Etihad.
Yeah.
That
And that's
agreement's been there for 10 years.
why I talk about the quality of the league, because as
It's
bad as
mad at
City
the
has
minute.
been, they're still in touching distance.
City,
So when I
one
say
win
City
in
are not at it,
11,
that tells
and
you
we
need to know.
could have been 6 points off the top at weekend. How
Exactly my
crazy is
point.
this?
Because the league is
crazy.
not that good in terms of quality. Yes, it's entertaining, but in terms of quality, it's not. There's no way they should be on the run they're on, and we've been touching.
No, do you know what it
distance
is,
of the top teams.
flawless? City have
Go.
come back to the pack.
Hmm.
Do you know what it was for me? For the last 4 years, City were that far ahead. City have
agree.
just come back to the pack.
Yeah. But the rest
I
of the
think
pack
the
is
level
pretty
of the
needy
league is
anyway.
quite high. Outside of the top 6, I think that there's a lot of teams that are very hard to play against this year that were perhaps easy
Oh,
beats.
it's always
previously.
been the way, Martin. The
Well,
Premier
the
League.
Forest-
No, but like this
Yeah.
year more than any other, like
No,
Bournemouth
it's because
and
the top teams
Forest
are not doing what they're supposed to. That's what it is.
You had Aston Villa top 4 last year.
Well, I disagree
What
with you.
about Villa?
Chelsea are doing what they're supposed to do. Liverpool are.
That's it. Who else is
It's-
are the top teams?
Arsenal
Just
and Man
two.
City aren't. That's it.
Arsenal and Man City are not doing what they're supposed to. This
Okay,
season.
they are
I like
not.
how
But
the
that's
expectations
this,
are
Liverpool
but
and
these are the
Liverpool,
only
right?
these are the only
Fantastic.
4 teams. These are the only 4 teams. Who are the other top teams? You're
Top teams,
13th.
yeah, United and Liverpool. Yeah, the big 6 is always that the free back, the 6
No,
matches
you
got
have
there.
not been doing what you're supposed to do for years.
No,
I know.
no, I'm going to
That's
say
my
this
point. You're
now.
proving my point. Thank you. When I say
Because
the
I've
top
got to go
teams
in
are
5
not doing
minutes,
what they're
so I'll go.
supposed to.
But
That's
there are
what
other
it
teams
is.
that are tough. Nottingham Forest are tough to play
Are
against.
you going to
Bournemouth are
spend
tough.
200 million?
Well,
Is that where you're going?
I'm going to say this, and this is going to sound crazy. If
Okay.
City were the City of old, we'd be 10, 11 points clear right now in this
Yes.
league.
Yes.
That's how poor right now this league is.
The league's
We'd be
shocking in
10
terms of
clear.
quality.
We
No.
would be
Well,
clear.
factually,
No,
you
We've
can.
won 38 points.
You could have
and Chelsea
win
won
every
34
single
points.
game to be 10 points of
Yeah,
Liverpool.
No, but my hope, no, because
no.
Oh, maybe
no,
not.
because-
Maybe not
no,
that
no,
far
because
ahead.
then
but
you've got
it'll
points
be
off
up there.
each other.
It'll be up
No,
there.
you got points off each other that you got to work out as well. If Skit, because City have not won 1 game in 11. We were 6 points off the top at weekend. If we'd have won,
And if
6
Liverpool win their
goals.
game in hand, you're 12
City-
points
City
behind
were
them. That
playing
is
Drawn.
crazy.
We've drawn 3 games and lost 1.
Yeah, it is. That's
I'm telling you now,
That's
City
really
will
not
be
a
there.
lot, and that's halfway through the
I
season.
could say if my goalkeeper wasn't a bozo, we'd have more points.
Right. I think you'd probably be around us.
Yeah.
City of old
Yeah,
would
yeah.
probably be around
will be
us.
around you, of
38,
course,
40 points.
100%.
I wouldn't
City
think
lost
it's high.
I
5
think it's
games.
going to be hard for
No,
Chelsea to
no,
improve
we've
in the
lost
transfer
5
window.
games and drawn 3.
Rahul is
It's
saying,
not a game.
I don't think we're good enough yet, but we have a maniac on top. You never know what he does in January. I wish this was the year Silva is missed, the leader. If they had Thiago Silva, it would have been completely different. But Thiago Silva is 40 years old.
Thiago Silva was
He
burning
lost
off
his
last
legs. Yeah,
season.
he lost his legs.
We probably would have conceded more probably this year if we had
I thought
Thiago
he played
Silva.
worse when he was in the team.
Yeah, but in a 4, that's what saved in the previous years because he played in a back 3 and he played in the centre, so he was able to.
Can I ask a question before we go on to Arsenal? And can Man United, if they win the next game and Man City lose, they're 2 points behind City. Can they finish ahead of City at all this season?
No.
With Amorim?
No.
Why not?
Because they're not good enough, that's why.
If you go get Gyökeres in January, you get rid of Rashford and Garnacho, you're good to go.
It's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying?
What, are you asking them to spend 200 million, Mo? Is that what you're saying? They have to spend 200 million?
As currently constructed right now, no, we can't finish in the top 4.
Let me ask you a question, Mo. Let me ask you a question, to be honest.
Yeah.
They won last week against City, maybe unexpected. Would you be, and ask for us as well, would you be shocked if they dropped points against Bournemouth at the weekend?
Where are they playing?
They're still playing at Old Trafford.
No, I wouldn't be shocked. No.
They lost 3-0 last year to Bournemouth, and I was under 10.
I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. Not at all.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And I wouldn't be shocked at City. Who are you playing? Aston Villa?
Right, 12:30 Saturday.
It's less of a shock if City lose to Bournemouth.
What I'm
With all
saying
due
is this,
respect.
I don't know. Right, we don't know Amorim's final piece of whether they're going to spend in January or anything like that. Whether it's going to be Haaland or Xerxes up front. Garnacho is apparently back in the squad for the game tomorrow. Whether Rashford stays or not, we don't know. Amad Diallo's progression, whether he gets moved back to right wing back in some games or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think they'll finish. They won't finish in 13th. They'll finish top half of the table. You know what I mean? Like 7th or 8th or something like that. But I think City will still finish ahead of them.
All right. Moving on to the team of the hour. He literally went for the bench.
Oh, is that the lineup?
Is that the lineup?
He went for the bench.
Wow.
No, he didn't go for the bench.
Wow.
He's not taking it seriously again.
I go lie, that's probably better than that.
What do you mean not taking it seriously?
If you would have played that against...
Okay, let's get the Arsenal fan. Is he taking it seriously, Martin?
I think so. Those players need to play. They need minutes. You guys wanted Ranieri to come in for Odegaard for the Premier League, so I don't see why that's an issue now.
We didn't want that. We didn't want that. Your fans wanted that. We didn't want that. We were
you guys were saying that Arteta should have brought Ethan on. No, Mo was. Mo's saying that Arteta made mistakes.
You know what Mo's like. You can't include him.
Yeah, Mo's a fraud.
How many agendas can I fight at one time? Mo was my reference point.
You don't count cup competitions.
What?
You tell me League Cup and FA Cup are trash.
No, I never told you FA Cup is trash.
So why do you
I said the FA Cup is good. The Carabao Cup is absolutely.
No, you didn't. No, you did not say the FA Cup was good.
But FA Cup is not enough.
I have great memories.
So I need to repeat myself. Big teams should never live on FA Cups and Carabao Cups wins.
No, it should be an addition.
That's exactly. They can be an addition to what you got, a Premier League or a Champions League, but you should never say, "Oh, yeah, I won the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. I had a good season."
Can't believe a Liverpool fan saying that. You had a bus parade.
Yeah,
it's okay because they coloured out the two other trophies beside them. That's like that banner. They coloured out the two other trophies beside them.
Bro, he's okay. Forget everything. He's resting his first team in a cup game. If he loses today, I think this is it for the guy, bro.
No,
what do you mean? What is it?
They go finish top 4 and they'll keep him because it's about top 4 for their board. As long as they get 87 points, he's good.
I like Winter Surfer. He's the only one that asked me questions. Go ahead.
No, let me. I'll give you this, Mo. I've said this on other streams. I've said it to Dan Potts. These owners love that he's finishing in the top 4. That's why they kept Wenger on for so long because he finished in the top 4. They didn't care about winning. They didn't care about winning. As long as he gets top 4, as long as he gets top 4, he's fine.
But I don't want the owner's opinion. I want your opinion.
My opinion.
I don't want the owner's opinions.
My opinion
I don't care about the owners.
Okay, my opinion is this: if he gets top 4, the only way Arteta is ever leaving Arsenal is if he walks himself. He will never be fired at Arsenal. Never.
Never be.
How do we get there? We're just talking about the Carabao Cup lineup, all right? We don't need to go straight to like he should be
Fighting him,
fighting
him.
Slow down.
Imagine like seriously.
I think
To
just
be
taking
honest
it
with you,
seriously, those players need to play. If we're going to be relying on Sterling and Jesus, they need to start have minutes. We're going to play Crystal Palace again in 3 days, and we can see what the first team lineup looks like against them. But
yeah, but you don't believe you're going to win the league, do you?
The league?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no one else is in this title race. It's just me. I'm out here alone.
You
believe you're
I'm in it then. I'm coming back in it, Martin.
No.
Everyone here believes that Arsenal have a slim chance of winning the league from here, right?
Slim
Not
to
as
none.
big. Okay. So the
Wallace
alternative,
said none, like,
is to win the cups, right? The alternative is to win the cups.
They don't
He's
win.
playing a
They
second
don't win
penalty.
anything, bro. They don't win anything. We know.
You can't ask him for a serious question. Like he'll say we've got zero chance of winning anything.
They don't win
who has the
anything.
most FA Cups in history?
They don't win anything. What have you won in the last 5 years?
Change your tune.
What have you won in the
We've
last
got
5
13
years?
leagues.
What have you won in the last 5 years?
What have you won in the last 5 years?
What have you won in the last 5 years? Much
More
more
than
than you.
your lot.
Much more than you.
You guys, we've got community shields, we've got charity shields, we've got.
Much more than you. You know what I'm saying? In the last 6 years,
you
you
dare
won
mention
more
charity
than you.
shields.
What have your lot
What are
won?
you talking about, man?
dare.
Arsenal fans
Don't
talking
you
about
dare.
trophies. Oh Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Pull the plug, God.
By the way,
It's really
Arsenal
not
won
a
more
good reply,
trophies.
that.
When was the last time you won the Community Shield, Flawless?
I have no idea. I have
Yeah.
no
Oh,
idea.
no. Stop these community
count 'em.
shield
I don't
gas
have
up.
no
So
idea.
basically, the reality is Arsenal won more trophies than you based on their manager's count.
Sure.
He won 3 trophies.
Hey,
You won
know
2
what?
only.
Arteta, man. I wanted him to do the Mourinho thing and go respect me. 3. That's what he should have done, man. He should have
Wallace, I'm still waiting for our squad photo with the community shield in front of it to say we won it. I'm waiting for the squad photo.
Oh Lord.
See,
Martin, Martin, when you won the treble, Martin, didn't you want the charity shield pictured with the other 3 trophies as well? Didn't you want that?
Well, we did it for the
No,
four
they didn't win
Liverpool.
it that season. We won it.
Seriously, bro.
I've got to be honest.
Not taking the cup
I've got to be
serious.
honest. I've got to be honest. You've got Crystal Palace at home. Like you really should be playing a better team. Crystal Palace are on form now. Like they just beat Brighton 3-1 in the last game. Like they're actually starting to get their act together now. Palace. That is a game you
where's the
should
problem
be
with the
winning.
team?
Like,
What do people
should be
think we're
going
not
through.
taking this seriously?
No. Okay, this is the second
I've seen
fiddle team. Do you agree or disagree?
I'm upset.
It's our Carabao Cup team. Ethan Nwaneri's like the second top scorer. He should be starting. Like in that competition, it's a good level for him.
He was always going to make changes. He was always going to make changes, guys.
What's the Palace team?
I don't know.
I'm trying to see.
I'll tell you the Palace team. I've got it here. Oh,
I'd
no,
be disappointed. Like
they've
if I
not
was
got theirs out yet.
I'd be disappointed seeing that.
That's because they've changed their team looking at the Arsenal one, Martin.
They got
They
looked out 3 days
They're
earlier.
full strength now.
Yeah, they made changes. All right, that's
They're
that can
arresting
be key.
Gurley and Eze. He just put them on now back in the starting line.
They've just signed with Matt Goldbridge a quick ring and asked him for the team.
You know, guys, if he loses this, he's gonna be slaughtered in the media, right?
Absolutely.
We get
He's gonna
slaughtered
be-
for everything. It's fine.
No, Martin, forget what you're saying. He gets slaughtered for everything. If he doesn't win this game and gets knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup at home from Crystal Palace because he played the first team, he'll get slaughtered in the media. People
but
will
he's
absolutely ask for his head in the media. People ask for his head. People are like, sack the guy.
He's
It's not really
bulletproof.
like I don't think it's a priority competition where we have to play our first team in it. And if we get first team players injured in it, then I'm pissed off. So I don't know. You can't win. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. Each team here will rotate in that competition if they're still in it. Who's still in it out of these teams? City's out. Liverpool's still in it.
Man United play tomorrow. Liverpool play today.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think you'll see rotations in every team, but all we're seeing is rotations of Tierney, Sterling, and Nwaneri, right? Is that the 3?
Kivior?
Yeah.
Kivior, but he's been playing on and off because Gabriel's been injured.
Yeah, Kivior's played a lot recently. And Raya's only playing because they bought a keeper that's cup tied. So Raya might not even be playing if Neto hadn't been.
Well, Neto, yeah, he was cup tied for the Carabao, so he can't play. Otherwise, it's
that's
like
what I mean.
set
So
for
what I'm
an
saying is
18-year-old.
Raya's only. We can assume Raya's only playing because the other keeper's cup tied. He wouldn't probably be playing.
I think it's a strong enough team to beat Crystal Palace. I'm not worried
Yeah,
about it. But
Actually, Crystal Palace are not risking. And not.
You know what, Martin? I agree with you.
Crystal Palace are not arresting anyone, bro. They're playing
Of course
Henderson.
not.
They're not arresting anyone. They're playing the whole Gay, Lacroix, Chalaba, Lerma, Hughes, Sar, Eze, Mateta. They're not arresting anyone, bro.
Because they haven't been in a quarterfinal. They haven't been in a quarterfinal League Cup for ages. That's why.
Yeah.
And they
got a good chance.
They probably knew Arsenal were going to rotate, so they're going to go heavy. Remember, this game doesn't go to extra time either. It goes to penalties after 90 minutes.
So right away.
Yeah, right away. So there's no extra time.
Okay. Are they playing in Nketiah?
No, they're going strong. They're playing everyone.
Oh,
no,
okay, they're going strong. They're not playing Nketiah.
Come on,
they're not playing India.
Maybe they'll play him in the league on the weekend. It's a weird playing.
Crystal Palace want to win the game.
Yes,
they
do.
are not like
they do.
Arteta is sending a message that he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
You're writing that message, Mo.
And this is the message he's sending to me. He's not sending a message to you. He's sending a message to me.
Really good chance of winning the trophy there.
He's sending a message to me. I am on he's sending me a message on my Twitter feed now when he's putting the lineup out. That's my Twitter feed now. That's a message to me. That is my Twitter feed.
That was genius. That was genius. I love that. It's Mo's fault.
Blame Mo. If in doubt,
I get blamed for asking the questions about Arteta. I get blamed for asking questions about Arteta. And he goes on and does this shit, bro. Put Kieran Tierney, play Kivior, Timber center back, put like
Raheem Sterling. My best players in the Carabao. What happened last time? What was the last time?
You don't need a trophy,
when Saliba got injured and we bottled
exactly. You need a trophy.
Okay. Remember when Saliba got injured and we bottled the league?
Martin, Saliba can get injured in the weekend as well. That doesn't.
But he got injured in the Europa League.
Who cares? But that doesn't.
But he didn't get injured in the league, so it just happened.
But that means it can happen any time, Martin.
They get rested. It's part of football. They can't play 80 games in the season, and the B team probably play better than the A team right now. So I don't know.
Judge Mo out in the
chat. It is what it is.
Fuck off now. Judge Mo out in the chat. Not you. No, they say Judge Mo out in the chat.
That's a message I can get behind.
Bozos. Listen, for Arsenal, to be honest, this season.
Corrupt Mo.
Anyone behind that Rashford to Arsenal shit?
Definitely, yes. I'm with it. I think he should.
Yes, because he's been linked with City today as well. Been linked with City today.
Hey, you know what? 20-30 million is yours, man. You know what I'm saying?
Martin, on Twitter last night, on Chelsea Twitter last night.
The only
Chelsea
Twitter about Rashford is
Chelsea Twitter last night.
One at a time.
Sorry, on Chelsea Twitter last night, I was seeing it, and I'm just memorizing every one of them accounts. I've got them bookmarked. They want to bring in Rashford.
Look at Flawless. That's why Flawless is laughing. He's like, please, 375. Someone take him. Someone have him.
Anyone, man. Hey, 30 million, 40 million is yours, man.
I love
Samo.
Now Flawless. Welcome to Manchester sign coming up.
Yeah. I'll pay for the sign myself, man. I help put it up. You know what I'm saying? I'll go there and help put up the sign. It's fine. No problem.
Tell you what, though.
No, I read last night. I read this as a conspiracy theory of Man United to try and sell us Rashford so we change our minds on Sancho. That's what I read on a message.
It might be that, man. It's all a part of the master plan.
The disrespect Rashford gets is a bit wild. Like the guy's been an absolute bagsman for you for years and years. It's only because you've had crap managers. They've just not been able to get the best out of him.
Look at his numbers. He has
5 years ago. Yeah, not now.
He's been playing in the Premier League for 10 years and he doesn't have 100 Premier League goals. He's not been a bagsman. What are we talking about?
Yeah, he sort of had a.
Would you give Rashford 375 bags a week?
He's had two very good. He's had two very good seasons. You know what I'm saying? He's had two very good seasons for us, and that's it. Rashford has not been a bagsman for him. He's not been a talisman. Yes, he hasn't been in a good environment, but he has not helped himself in said environment. And our poor performances, he's been front and center for a lot of those. All these poor records we've broke, all these poor seasons we've had, he's played the majority of the games, 40 games.
Oh my God.
Games.
Rashford to PSG, please. Rashford on the left and Dembele on the right. Oh my God!
Man, PSG take him. I said, man.
But why can't Amorim, bring him in under the wing and get a better tune?
Amorim's very good, but you can't turn water into wine. You know what I'm saying? You can't feed 1,000 with a loaf of bread. You know, you can't do that.
You still got Anthony, and you got water all over the place.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we're gonna move these men on eventually. We start with Rashford and we keep it stepping. That's what it is.
Isn't that the reason why you beat City?
Who? Yeah, according to some, yeah, people will say that. His wing back.
I wouldn't gloat
He
about
blessed the
it.
ball.
Everyone's beating us nowadays. Don't
Hey,
gloat.
let us have our victory because bleeding into that, we weren't the favorite.
Hey, can I ask Flawless a question? Can I ask Flawless a question?
Yeah, of course.
Have you got your FA Cup ticket?
Nah.
You know what I mean by that? Because I know loads of United fans who are coming to the Salford game.
Oh, is it? Nah, I haven't. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Salford have been given like 6,500 tickets. They only average 2,500 in home game. And where's the other 4,000 coming from?
Let me guys give you something. Okay, so my friend Gona Souls, he tweeted yesterday, Rashford to Arsenal and we win the lot. Arteta will have him married in a week and settled. We'll have him with financial planners, so money is taken care of. Incentives, his salary to get him to perform. Okay, so Gunnar Souls was on the channel yesterday and he said that Adam Keys, one of the main accounts for Arsenal, he said Marcus Rashford for me personally, blah, blah, blah. He said he's very close to the perfect profile for Arsenal. Lightning, quick, brave in one-on-one, and scores out of nothing. The question is attitude and wage. Big ifs. And now another account tweeted Marcus Rashford to Arsenal, who says yes. A lot of Arsenal fans have said, with Saliba, pictures and all the stuff. I mean, I would take him on a 6 months loan. Speaking for all Arsenal fans, I want Rashford at the carpet. We can make use of this transfer. Some people say no as well. I'm just not going to say no, but some people say yes. My problem with this is that they're turning Arsenal into a guinea pig thing.
It's rehab. It's rehab.
Should we just look at Sterling? Should we just look at Sterling?
Martin, you were slagging me off about Gundogan.
Some of them are saying, by the way, some are saying no. Some are saying no. But Martin doesn't want Rashford, I'm sure.
No, but he wanted Sterling. He was happy with Sterling.
No, I didn't want Sterling. I tried to make that into taste better than it did, but it's terrible. It was a horrible idea. It wasn't my idea. I still think we need to sign an actual attacker in January, and it
wasn't his idea to be
a broken bird like Rashford.
Get Rashford, man. Man. He's like Martinelli. Get Rashford. I hear it, man. I see it.
Of course, he doesn't want. Let me just do this. Mina's saying, of course, he doesn't want this cup because it's not a charity shield. Arteta likes a charity shield.
Respect the charity shield, folks. Come
on. He does his bit for charity.
This Arsenal thing, bro, is mad.
You can revive Rashford. He revived Kai Havertz, right? We've seen a different Kai Havertz.
I just don't think we've got enough medicine in the cabinet.
What do you mean he revived Kai
Havertz? Had all the medicine.
I'm that close to say that the Kai Havertz transfer failed.
Oh, you still wait. You
hated it since day
more
one,
games to realize it failed.
You're really
surprised.
Mo, you're a joke, man. You know.
Because it worked last season, didn't it?
Sure, yeah, it worked.
It did.
Yeah,
bro, he scored. He had more. He had the same GA as Erling Haaland in 2024.
Did we just tell you that he always does this the second half of every season, and he did that for Arsenal last season? He did it for us. He did it for us. All the second half of the season.
You guys said it was Marchverts or something like that he only scored in that 1 month, and then it turned into the second half of the season. Look, he's not as bad as Chelsea fans say, or Mo's been hating on him since the signing. I'm not going to try and say that he's been an absolute wildfire success, but he's somewhere in the middle. He's just part of the problem right now. If he's not scoring, get out of the way.
He's not scoring.
Do you know what the problem with do you know that, guys? Can we get, guys, we're less than 25 likes from 300, guys. Let's get to 300 likes, please. Hit the like button underneath you. We still have over 600 people here.
Hurry up, you frauds.
You know the problem with that argument, Martin, to be honest, and everyone as well, I can get involved with this, is that Arsenal don't have the luxury to have his in between. You just don't.
Well, we haven't signed a striker. I don't count him as a striker. He's like a false 9 type.
Martin.
10, attacking 10. Simon.
Yeah, mine.
If we don't sign a striker in January, you might start hearing the words Arteta out from me. I feel like we have.
You've been saying it since summer.
Why not in the summer? It was in the summer when you said we should rely on Havertz. You said I don't want to strike.
No, go look at the tapes. I said we 5 out of 10 window, and it was gross negligence to not sign a striker. 5 out of 10 window, gross negligence.
Not you, maybe who?
No, definitely. Martin was wanting Ivan Toney. Remember,
I still want Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
Dusan
all this-
Vlahovic.
but
I
we all
want
know.
someone.
So
You
Arsenal
wanted a
fans want
striker,
this striker,
definitely.
even though Havertz is good enough. Make that make sense.
What's that?
I said Arsenal fans wanted a striker in the summer, but Havertz is good enough. Make that make sense. That tells you all
Because
you need to
to
know.
me,
about
he's
him.
not a striker. He's not a ball striker. He's just like a
What is he?
pest.
Is he
He's
a first team
an
player?
attacking pest.
Is he a first team player?
Yes, I think he is.
So playing
In and
where?
around.
So if you so let's say you would have signed Ivan Toney. Where is Kai Havertz playing?
I need a striker that can come on if Havertz hasn't scored
So he's off
in
the
the
bench.
50th
So he's a
minute
squad
and
player.
No, it's the other
score
way.
a goal.
Ivan Toney on the bench.
Either way, look. I don't
Wallahi,
think-
that's what Martin just said.
It depends who the striker
Habibi,
is.
wait. Yeah, Habibi,
Look,
wait. Wallahi,
remember-
Martin said that.
Remember, I wanted
Oh, he said
Sesko?
about Gyökeres as well. Gyökeres off the bench.
Hold on,
I
guys,
said
stop.
Gyökeres.
Can we stop? Martin, can you repeat what you said? Because Flawless didn't hear you right. Can you repeat?
I said that any striker that comes in at that point in time, Havertz was doing well, so they would have to take the position off and they have to take his shirt, right? So I don't care who starts, either of them, whatever. As long as I've got options, I'm not
take his
relying
shirt
on one
off.
profile to try and like
You are not,
sashay
si-
his way
you, are
through
not,
the middle.
you are not signing Ivan Toney for him to sit on the bench against for Kai Havertz. You are not signing Gyökeres in the summer to sit on the bench for Kai Havertz. Why do we get this Kai Havertz defense league? You are not spending 70 million on Gyökeres in the summer and
Because
come
it's
the
not the only
opening day of the
position that he
season
can play
on
for us.
the
It's
bench
not
for
like
Kai
he is
Havertz.
an out and out. No one
He's a
advertised him
bench
as an
player,
out and
man,
out
and
striker,
we know he's
so
a
I don't
bench
think
player.
he was in competition.
We all know he's a bench player, man. He's a squad
when
player. You're not
Havertz-
messed
Look,
up.
whatever,
It's
whatever.
okay.
When
It's okay,
when
man.
You
Havertz
think he's
was
a bench
signed,
player? You think he's a bench player? I don't. I think he's
You
good
think
enough to
he's a
start.
bench
I don't
player?
have a problem with him starting games.
You think
When
he's a bench
Havertz
player?
was
That's why you
signed-
want a striker.
No,
Two
I
secs.
he can start somewhere
Two
else.
secs,
There's other
two
places
secs.
to
Start,
play.
okay, wait. Where else?
Wait,
does he start?
great
Yeah.
conversation. Fantastic conversation. Great
Where does
conversation.
he play? Does he play over Odegaard in the 10?
No.
Okay,
But
does
he
he
can
play
play
on the right?
left center mid instead of Marino, or he can play
He
left
plays
wing
left-
instead of
He
Trossard
plays
or
left.
Martinelli.
He plays
right now.
left central midfield.
Yeah, that's where he
He's
played
right.
half of the season last season.
No.
And he
it didn't
wasn't
work
good,
because I
Martin.
said
He wasn't good at
So,
all.
He wasn't scoring goals, but he was good in
It didn't
midfield.
It was horrific. It was
No,
horrific.
that
He was
was
one of your
your
worst
nerve. He
players.
wasn't horrific. He just wasn't.
So
He
you're
wasn't
playing
contributing
Rice.
to the
So
GA.
your
moved him
midfield.
up front.
Wait, hold up. Your midfield trio
defensive
is going to be
midfielder.
Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard. That's what you're
It can
telling
be
me.
whatever it is against opposition. I have
No.
many tools in the
Starting
team.
week in, week out, your midfield is
You're
going
trying to pin
be
me down to
Declan
something
Rice,
I'm not
Kai
agreeing.
Havertz, and I'm asking the question. So you said left central midfield. So you'd be happy on a weekly basis for your midfield to be Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Martin Odegaard.
Did I say I want that every week?
I'm asking you.
No, I don't want
asking
that
the
every
question.
week. I just want
Okay,
options.
why don't you want
I
that every week?
options.
Because it's not good enough. So where does he play then? So he don't play in the 9, he don't play in the 10, he don't play right, he don't play left, he don't play left central midfield.
He
Where's
can
he playing
sit on the
left back?
bench if we've
Right?
got a better striker
Okay,
who's
so he's on the
performing.
bench.
But he
Thank you.
is actually doing
Alright.
very well in the attack. Like
Man,
when
we'll
he
just
came on
dance around
against.
the question. Sure.
There was
All right.
there was a game like a week
signed for
ago
that
where we
reason,
were
though.
struggling to
Guys, let
score.
Martin answer now, please.
Well, there was a game like a week ago. We were struggling to score. Havertz comes on, wins the ball, sets up a goal, gets a goal off Saka. Like he made a difference to the game. I need game changers.
Yeah,
and
off the
I
bench.
need a lot of them because some of them are injured all the time. So
Yeah, off
I
the
don't
and
know.
that's my
Give me
point.
more.
Off the bench. It was him off. That's the whole point. If you signed Ivan
I
Toney,
don't
Kai
care.
Havertz is going to the
How many
bench.
ways? I don't care. He come off
Yeah,
the
that
bench
was what
and
we're
starts.
talking about.
I need a striker,
That's
a
the
real
question we
striker.
was asked. That's the question we
Yeah,
was talking.
yeah.
We all know Kai Havertz is not
Yeah,
good
to be
enough to
honest
be
with you,
starting week in, week out.
Arsenal
This
need
is
a
why you
striker.
wanted a striker, because the striker you have is not good enough. Why is that such a difficult
Because
thing
he's
to
not a
comprehend?
striker. He's
So
just
what
like an
then?
attacking player. He's kind of
So
like
what
Jesus.
is
He's
it? So
not
where
there
does
to
he play
like
then? So where does he play? Where does he start for Arsenal Football Club?
wherever Arteta wants to put him in.
Because he don't start in the 10, he don't start on the right, he don't start in the left, he don't start in midfield, he don't start DM. Where you playing him in net?
I
Where
won't
does he
cry
start?
if
Right
he's
back.
on the bench. I don't give a shit.
He's on the bench. Thank you. So we got there. He's on the bench. That's all it was. We
I
didn't need
didn't
to
say
have this
he is, but I
5-minute
won't
conversation
care
about it.
either way. I
It
want attacking options.
Yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we were discussing. That's a whole different conversation. I simply
No, it's
asked
not. It's part of the
if
same
we-
conversation. You're
It's
saying
not
that
a part of the same
if you're saying
conversation. He's not
I
good
have
enough.
to
This is
hate
why
on
you want
Havertz
to
if I want a striker. You're saying that
No,
I don't
it's
rate
not. I'm
Havertz
not
at all if I
saying
want a
hate.
striker.
He's not good enough. The reason why you don't want a right winger is because
It's
you
not
have
that he's
Saka.
not good enough. He's just
He is
not
not
doing
good.
the role that I
Possibly.
need.
Not-
He's not a
He's
killer in the
not good
box.
enough.
He's not a
That's
poacher.
why you want a striker.
He's not a poacher.
That's why
I
you.
want a different
This is why you
profile.
didn't want a right winger in the
You know
summer.
what the problem is with
What are
this,
you talking
guys?
about?
You know what the problem with this conversation
I
is?
don't know. It's a definition issue.
Exactly. The problem is is Flawless thinks that Arsenal need to have a set starting 11, and I agree with that. I always like to have a set starting 11, first team, and then you bring second team. Arsenal fans want to have options. Oh, maybe Havertz start this game. Maybe the other striker start this game. Havertz on the left. Havertz in the left 8. Trossard here. Trossard there.
Crazy.
You know the problem is
that Nomo is one worse. The reason why Arsenal fans screamed all summer about wanting a striker is because the striker they have is not good enough. That's why you got Martin here talking about, oh, he's not a striker. Kai Havertz is not good enough. That's why they didn't scream off him along about
not
right
a
wing.
He's not a striker.
He's
not a
maybe
striker.
a
So
9,
what is
but
he?
he's not a striker.
So
He's
what
a
is he?
midfielder. He's a midfielder.
And he's not better than Partey.
no, he's not.
Or Rice.
He's not a midfielder.
He's not
was
better
He's
than
not.
Partey or
He's
Rice.
not better than Rice in the left 8. He's not better than
He's not better than
Merino
Partey
in
or
the
Rice.
left 8. He's
Havertz
not better
was
than
signed.
Odegaard.
Havertz was signed so Declan Rice could move into defensive midfield and Thomas Partey could be sold. That was originally what the plan was, because Partey was linked to everyone to go. He was supposed to go to Saudi Arabia, Partey, remember? And Havertz was signed to be that extra midfielder. So it wasn't all on Declan Rice and Odegaard, and there could be rotation. And because you haven't got any goals, he's had to be played up front.
Yeah, but the problem is the same for Szoboszlai for Liverpool. Where does Szoboszlai play?
Yeah.
What is he? What is Szoboszlai for Liverpool?
Wherever
Is he a
he can.
runner?
He's a utility man right now.
Is he a 10? Is he a right midfielder? Liverpool
And
fans
that's the
don't know.
problem.
That's why Liverpool fans say, we don't know who you are.
That's the problem. When you've got a player like Havertz and Szoboszlai, they can play all over the shop, but are they brilliant in one position?
Well, like Gravenberch was supposed to be an attacking midfielder, and then he's just turned into a great DM, and now he's a centre back. Like, this stuff happens to players.
Yeah, but Kai Havertz is for Arsenal. He has not turned into a great anything yet.
I think he had pretty good performance last season, so I don't know. It's hard to judge. I think it was more than expected from when he was playing up front. I just wasn't satisfied with it at all, like as the final solution. I think that we've left ourselves short, and we're paying the price for it.
Yeah, he was that good. The Arsenal fans wanted a striker all summer long. That's how good he was.
If you want to dunk on him, dunk on him. Go for it.
It's not even a question of dunking on him. That's an actual fact.
No, like there's some people that are upset, like Chelsea fans.
Was the general consensus from Arsenal? Was the general consensus from Arsenal fans you wanted a striker? Yes.
No, I disagree with you. That's wrong, actually.
It was.
Actually,
yes, it was.
wrong.
And I know more Arsenal fans than you. So what are we talking about?
Let me tell you, every Arsenal fan majority. Can I tell you the fact? My point of view, then.
Go on.
The majority of the Arsenal fans I worked with wanted a Nico Williams instead of a replacement for Kai Havertz.
Well, that's who you is. I heard strikers from people on
most of the people that I worked with were content with Kai Havertz after the performances of the second half of the season. Everyone, let me finish. And everyone said if Havertz can repeat the second half of the season after he moved on to the striker position, if he repeats that this season, we'll be okay in the striker position. We want a left winger.
Cool.
And I thought that was warranted, actually, by the way.
The issue was that we were selling Eddie Nketiah. We played against Bayern, and he was our 83rd minute sub when we needed a goal in the Champions League. Everyone knows that we weren't serious in that game to bring Eddie Nketiah on at the end of that and hope for a goal. So we need another option. If Havertz isn't doing it, every team needs this. If Salah's not doing it, you need someone else to stand up and get the goals. If Palmer's not doing it, someone else has to stand up. At United,
that's who Trossard is.
Trossard was, but he's turned an absolute match this season. So he's not reliable. Martinelli's not reliable.
I'm going to tell you, Trossard has performed better than Havertz this season, relative to what you expect from them. Relative to what you expect from them.
Trossard's been terrible.
You guys want to tell you the truth, reality. The last thing I'm going to say, and people are going to hate me for saying this, Martinelli, based on how he performed last season to this season, Martinelli has performed better than Havertz relatively to what you expected from them this season. Havertz in the Premier League has had 7 GE. He played every game or the majority of the games as the striker or false nine or whatever you want to call it. He has 7 GA. Martinelli has 5. Martinelli has been on and off the pitch. Trossard started other games. And the facts are, Kai Havertz this season was expected, right, to perform similar to what he did last season. Havertz, and he has not even been anywhere near close. Martinelli has been dog shit. That's fine. But he has been bad. Martinelli has been bad this season, which is, I agree.
I just laugh at the dog analogies.
Let me do the super chat and then we end the stream. Jill is saying, Martin, always trying to slip out of the argument. You're putting Havertz well above superior players like Jackson. Now you want a striker.
I don't know. Havertz and Jackson, I feel like they're much of a muchness to me. Some people really like Jackson.
Even after this season now?
Well, we're only like 16 games into the season, so I don't know. The season's not done. But I wouldn't want Jackson and Havertz as a striking partnership. That's for sure.
But you would swap Havertz for Jackson today?
Nah. I'm not convinced by Jackson. I think he'll miss 2 open goals and then he'll score a great goal. I don't know. He doesn't make much sense to me as a player. He's frustrating.
Hey, Mo on the panel. Sobi Szoboszlai is a cam, but being versatile, and Gravenberch grew up as a DM center mid with Ajax. All about how the manager uses them. Big up, Mo. John, let me tell you something. I said that Arne Slot is a genius for utilizing Szoboszlai as someone who runs on the pitch. The problem with Arteta now is he's not even being able to utilize Kai Havertz. I watched the games and Kai Havertz is not even playing football, bro. He's literally going for bodies and trying to foul people. No, bro, but he's trying to rattle the opposition. He's not trying to play football. He's not.
And sometimes that's celebrated, like when Cucurella does it, it's like awesome. But if
no, it's not celebrated.
It is. I see the people like
Thomas Frank called him out.
But like when Havertz does it, it's not rated.
Cucurella was an idiot after the game. He got a second yellow. Now he's out.
He got sent up because he's an idiot. He's a Chelsea fan telling you he's an idiot.
He was a man. He was my man of the match until we did that after the game. Now he's not my man.
He's a fucking idiot. Now he's gonna be suspended for two games or 1 game because he talked to the referee. He's gonna pay a fine.
And there's a difference for getting that foul by pretending he had a head injury. Like that's ridiculous.
There's a difference between being aggressive and then being aggressive, but also playing well in the game. Havertz is just trying to be aggressive, and that's it. That's the difference.
No, he's not. He's actually linking up play. He does more than Haaland from like an actual footballer standpoint. Like he doesn't just stand there and wait for the ball to get kicked to him. He goes to try to win the ball.
Averages 6 touches per game.
Yeah, which everyone wants in their team, apparently. So I don't know. The world's kind of messed up in that kind of way. If you want your striker to do stuff, they've got to put themselves about. They've got to win the ball. If Havertz or Haaland is not doing that, I'd be worried about my striker. Full stop.
Last one. Arsenal fan here. Havertz is a waste of a 65 million. Martin, you said that you wanted Sesko. Have you seen him play? He's rubbish. Couldn't hit a brothel.
I mean, everyone's rubbish. If you look at the striker list right now, I'm choosing between Vlahovic, Osimhen, who's in Turkey, Tony, who's in Saudi Arabia. It's not like there's great choices out there. Sesko, to me, looked like a kind of guy that would be good to fight for that first position as striker and wouldn't cry if he had to do some bench time. For me, it kind of fit for the price tag of 50 million. But if we spend 150 million and get, I don't know, someone crazy, go for it. I'm not against that. I'm not a Sesko religious fanatic or anything.
Listen, people, that was fire show at the end. But Flawless, what do you got coming up? You're doing a watch along for sure. 100% one of the games.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
I'll be watching both. I'll be watching 2.
Okay, so the watch along on Sarcasm City TV. Watching both games.
I'll be watching the Arsenal Palace game and the Newcastle Brentford one. That'll be the 2 I'll be keeping an eye on.
He started right after this. I'm not live again today. We'll have Ahwa today.
No.
And the United Arsenal show at 11:30 p.m. as well. So I'll be with TJ and Tony. Yeah.
TJ and Tony at 11:30 today, UK time, of course. We've got a lot of people. That will be amazing show. TJ, if Arsenal lose today, TJ's gonna lose his shit, and you have to want to watch that.
No. I like TJ, but it'll be Tony.
Do you know what TJ did? I know we're gonna end the show. Do you guys know what TJ did?
What did TJ do?
TJ started a series called Arteta Out Calling Show, bro.
Yeah,
it was fucking.
Is that enough?
He was on the brink. He has been on the brink for
He literally started a series calling Arteta Out Calling shows.
Okay,
he's giving the Arteta outers a voice.
On the streets.
I understand, man. I understand.
It
I will be on Mars too.
Flawless is the first caller, I bet. Like he's there going like, yes.
Me?
No, Flawless.
I'm against it. I'm more on your way of thinking. I'm out there. I'm out there. 100% keep it low. 10-year contract, man. I'm out there.
Listen,
that's
guys,
why you try to press me about him all the time, eh?
Hit that like button, people.
From Arsenal standpoint. But hey, here we are.
Oh my God, we're gonna start this again, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, guys. This is gonna take you to Hussam, where he's gonna do a show. Tonight is Al Ahwa. Tomorrow it's Nina, Jessica Black, Kelkstar, Hussam, myself on a show. 2 p.m. UK time. That would be a fire show, of course. Stay here, don't go anywhere. This is gonna take you to Husam's stream, where he's gonna do the watch along, of course, for Liverpool versus Southampton game. And we'll see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.